Some submariners say that the USS Connecticut is like a high-end sports car. It costs $4 billion and is a piece of American military hardware that is fast and has the latest electronic gadgets that can only be bought when money is no object. But the Seawolf-class nuclear-powered attack sub ran into an undersea mountain in the Pacific on October 2, the U.S. Navy says, even though it was expensive and had advanced technology. Today, we'll talk about the America's-launched gigantic $4 billion nuclear submarine. But before we start our video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon as well. The Pentagon hasn't said what kind of damage was done to the ship or how long it might be out of service in a region where the U.S. fleet is being asked to do more because the Chinese Navy is getting stronger. It leaves a lot of big questions for U.S. military planners to answer in the coming weeks and months. Not the least of them is, how did this happen? Driving a submarine. The Navy dropped a hint on Thursday about what might have been the cause of the catastrophe when it removed the leadership of Connecticut because of mistrust for the personnel in control of it. Cameron Al-Gilani, who had been in control, together with Lieutenant Commander Patrick Cashin and Master Chief Sonar Technician Corey Rogers, who had overseen the boat, were all terminated from their positions. According to Vice Admiral Carl Thomas, commander of the United States 7th Fleet, the incident might have been averted with good judgment, responsible decision-making, and following mandated procedures in navigation planning, watch team execution, and risk management. This was included in a statement that was made regarding the decision. The conditions under the water are severe, and even relatively little errors can have significant repercussions. It's hard to work in a submarine. It's hard. Not everything always goes right. Thomas Shugart, who worked on U.S. submarines for more than 11 years and ran an attack sub, said this. According to Mr. Shugart, who is now an adjunct senior fellow at the Center for a New American Security, global positioning satellites can provide mariners with information regarding their location. This holds true for periscope depth operations carried out by surface ships as well as submersible vessels. However, GPS systems are useless until you reach a certain depth in the water. Compasses and maps are essential navigational tools for submarine crews. Ships floating on the surface of the water use a technique known as multi-beam sonar to survey an area while simultaneously transmitting sound waves to the ocean bottom below them. Because of this, it is now feasible to create detailed charts of the ocean floor. Since the process is time-consuming and costly, as much as 80% of the seafloor has not yet been mapped. David Sandwell, a professor of geophysics at Scripps Institution of Oceanography in California, told CNN that less than half of the seafloor has been mapped in the busy South China Sea, where a third of the world's maritime trade goes and where China has been building and militarizing man-made islands. He said, "It's not strange that you might run into something." The United States Navy has not disclosed the precise location on the seamount where the Connecticut crashed. However, U.S. defense sources have already told CNN that incident took place in the South China Sea, even though the service claims it took place in the waters of the Indo-Pacific. Mr. Sandwell made several attempts to reduce the size of the area, using a technique known as vertical gravity grading, in which satellite altimetry measurements of the Earth's gravitational field are combined with maps of the bottom of the South China Sea. He was able to find 27 places where the Connecticut could have hit a seamount that wasn't on U.S. Navy charts. This allowed him to determine whether the seamount caused the ship's sinking. These are places where gravity suggests there is something shallower than 400 meters, about the depth where a submarine could run into it, he said. The Navy says that Seawolf-class submarines can go down more than 243 meters, but some experts say they can go down about twice that far. Submarines have their own sonar, but when they use it, they can't be as quiet. Those sonar pings, which are always heard in submarine movies, also let the other side know where the sub is. Mr. Shugart said, "Sonar is the only way to see what's at the bottom, but you don't want to make more noise than you have to. You'd have to do that about every 20 seconds, Mr. Sandwell said, to get a true picture. It sounds like a lot." Mr. Shugart says that astronauts might know the ground below them better than submariners when it comes to navigation. "Really, we know more about the surface of the moon than we do about the bottom of the ocean," he said. What makes the USS Connecticut so special? The United States Navy's fleet includes 3 submarines of the Seawolf-class, of which the Connecticut is one. The construction of each one was estimated to cost roughly $4 billion. A total of 140 sailors makes up the crew of the 108-meter-long submarine that weighs 8,436 tons. 1998 was the year that it went into service. The Connecticut, along with all other modern attack submarines in the United States Navy, is equipped with a nuclear reactor. This results in it being both quick and silent, as it does not have a combustion engine, which is what causes the noise. These submarines can remain at sea and underwater for as long as the crew has food to eat because they are powered by nuclear energy. The United States Navy does not provide exact data when it discusses the capabilities of its submarines, although industry professionals agree that the Seawolf-class is excellent. Alessio Padalano, a professor of war and strategy at King's College in London, said these subs have some of the most advanced underwater capabilities, if not the most advanced. The Navy says that it is very quiet, fast, well-armed, and has high-tech sensors. Connecticut can go faster than 46.3 kilometers per hour underwater, according to a Navy fact sheet. That's faster than the average container or cargo ship on the open sea, and almost as fast as the U.S. Navy's Arleigh-Burke-class destroyers. Connecticut is bigger than even the newest Virginia-class attack submarines, so it can carry more weapons than other U.S. attack submarines. According to a U.S. Navy fact sheet, it can carry up to 50 torpedoes and Tomahawk cruise missiles. Even though it's been in service for more than 20 years, updates to its systems have kept it technologically up to date. The Navy doesn't say much about what its submarines do, but the 3 Seawolf-class subs are thought to be very good at gathering intelligence, especially in shallower waters. The company that makes the submarines, General Dynamics Electric Boat, says on its website, "The robust design of the Seawolf-class allows these submarines to carry out a wide range of important military missions, from under the Arctic ice pack to littoral regions anywhere in the world. Their jobs include surveillance, gathering information, special warfare, cruise missile strikes, fighting against mines, and fighting against submarines and ships on the surface. Since there isn't any fighting in the South China Sea right now, it's likely that the sub's main job will be to gather information. China is paying close attention because of this." So that's it for today. Was this video helpful? Share your views in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon for all the latest updates. Thanks for watching.